It was a sunny afternoon in a quiet suburban town. Children played in the streets. Neighbors mowed their lawns. Life moved slowly and peacefully. Among the residents was a young woman named Emily Carter, 24, ambitious and full of life. She worked as a nurse in a nearby hospital, caring, attentive, and loved by colleagues and friends alike. No one could have imagined that this seemingly ordinary day would become her last. Emily had finished her shift late in the evening and returned home. She texted a friend that she would grab a quick snack from a nearby convenience store before heading inside. No one saw her leave. No one noticed a stranger following her. By midnight, her roommate's worry escalated to panic. Emily had vanished. The next morning, a jogger discovered something chilling near the edge of a forested area behind the neighborhood. A backpack. Inside, Emily's wallet, ID, and phone. No clues as to what had happened. Hours later, local authorities expanded the search to nearby streets, homes, and wooded areas. Then they found her. Emily's body lay partially hidden under a fallen tree. Cause of death: multiple stab wounds, precise and methodical. No signs of struggle at the site. No weapon left behind. No fingerprints, except those of the victim and the perpetrator. The town was stunned. A young woman, loved and well-known, murdered in what should have been the safest place she had ever lived. Detectives arrived within hours. They sealed the area and began collecting evidence. Nearby surveillance cameras were checked. One camera caught a figure on the street near Emily's home around the estimated time she left for the store. The figure was wearing a hoodie, face obscured, moving quickly. No distinguishing features. No direct link to Emily. Detectives combed through phone records, social media activity, and recent encounters. Friends and family were interviewed. Every interaction, every acquaintance, scrutinized. The investigation quickly uncovered something disturbing. Emily had recently been involved in a small disagreement with a man in town, someone she barely knew, but who had become obsessed with her. Police identified Mark Reynolds, 29, with a history of violent tendencies. He lived alone in a nearby apartment complex. Neighbors described him as quiet, occasionally volatile. Digital evidence tied him to the vicinity of Emily's disappearance. Forensic teams found fibers and hair in his apartment, matching items found at the scene. The pieces were starting to fit, but detectives needed a confession. At first, the wrong witness led detectives to a different apartment complex. A neighbor claimed seeing a man with a hoodie, but it was an innocent resident jogging late. Hours were wasted, and critical time slipped away. Forensic teams discovered that some evidence from the scene was slightly contaminated due to rain and late arrival. Microfailures that haunted the case. Mark Reynolds was arrested 2 weeks later. During interrogation, he initially denied everything. Forensic evidence and surveillance footage left little room for doubt. When confronted, his calm demeanor cracked. He began muttering, fragments of his obsession, twisted logic, and a faint smirk that unnerved even veteran detectives. His confession was messy, unclean, and horrific. He described following Emily, cornering her, and attacking when she resisted. No empathy, no remorse. The case went to trial. Family members wept as evidence was presented. Colleagues described Emily as caring, passionate, and selfless. The prosecution painted a picture of premeditation and obsession. The defense tried to claim impulsivity and mental instability. The evidence was overwhelming. Mark Reynolds was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Justice, while legally served, did little to heal the pain. Emily's family and friends were left devastated. Neighbors struggled with guilt. Many had seen the suspect days before, but assumed nothing. The psychological aftermath spread far beyond the immediate family. This case shocked the world not only because of the brutality, but because of the ordinary nature of the setting. A peaceful town. A young, kind woman. A man nobody fully knew. Someone capable of violence can exist unnoticed among us. Someone can smile, appear normal, hide intentions no one could imagine. The horror lingers in the mind, not just in the act, but in the realization that trust can be misplaced. Emily's story became a symbol for victims everywhere, a reminder that danger wears ordinary masks. It forces a painful question: how well do we really know the people around us? And that is why this case continues to haunt the world. If this story disturbed you, leave your thoughts in the comments. Awareness and vigilance can sometimes save lives.